as usual, he's right in shot. He was asleep until I shifted and sat next to him and plugged the charger into my phone. And he just put himself in position right where the camera was going to be. I was chatting to a mate today. He might well watch this one actually. We were on the phone for like 4 hours. He said your cat, like he joined me in the, while we were chatting on Messenger, and he did that thing, you know, where a cat like sits and they put their paws down. This got that upright face and like, I'm just the coolest fucking piece of shit ever. He was just that contented look, and he could see, he spotted it. He went, oh, he went, he's always with you in your videos. I said, I know, he gives me a very good name. I really think he does. I can't be that horrible, can I, if an animal's like this around me? Nope. Not you, he's so lovely. Anyway. I've been in a very imagination-landly mood today. I love my outfit. I never noticed. I love how this happens. Like, this has got flowers on it. And they're just really similar to that. Because normally I wouldn't do swirly pattern with a checkered pattern. I normally match my patterns, generally. Occasionally I clash them. But this one blends, and it's just got all sorts of everything. They're all like different versions of each other. And it just goes with that. And my cloak. And I put a post saying I'm like a partially drawn page of a colouring book of me or something. Because that's what it looked like. And my head's been quite floaty and weird. I didn't saw my Ableton out. That's what that dude tried to help me with. And we just ended up chatting. It's cool. It was cool. Like he was saying, it'd be nice like to go and get a coffee or something and carry on chatting. I was like, to be honest, I'm quite fucking happy here. Like he's got his own reasons why he doesn't go out much. But I said, like, basically the two dudes were kind of stuck a lot of the time at home anyway, and it's not always their choice. This is quite fucking mutually acceptable to me in any case. I'm quite happy because I can see you. It's like I've said before, it's that attentive affect. Like sometimes to be able to be really talking to someone, I need to be talking to them, sort of thing. And like even on a phone, like I've got my environment will distract me from a phone call. They become two separate things. Whereas when I'm looking at you, even on a magic rectangle, it's like I had a whole relationship. To be honest, we were together about 5 months, and I was probably about 60-70% of our relationship was done by Skype. It kind of spoiled it in a way, because then when we saw each other, we had nothing left to talk about because we'd caught up on Skype all week. We shouldn't have probably Skyped as much, because it was also the fact that it was a long distance relationship, and it was quite kind of like infuriating after a while. I was like, I want to see you. Like it's almost like I can touch you, but obviously I'm not in a relationship with this geezer, so that was all cool. Sometimes he does dig his claws in. He's really careful when he does that. He does it with his beans, but oh mate, he just got me with the right shot. Don't give me a dirty look about it. Don't give me a dirty look about it. You're about to roll off the bed, mate. You know when they do that, they just go, "Ooh!" Fucking cracks me up. But I don't let him do it anymore, do I? No, but like I don't know that like it was just easy. It was literally like having someone round. It's just they were small and 2-dimensional, and they fitted inside a phone. But to me, it was the same thing. It was just like socialising, and it's like the afternoon, evening. It went really quickly. I was starving. Made some dinner. It was like, my missus is phoning. I need to go. I was like, all right, cool. And I went to make some dinner, and then I came back up after I set everything off, and then he was like, I'm going to make some dinner. I was like, don't blame you. Because it was, I don't know, it was like, it's the sort of thing, isn't it? Oh my God, you're on the phone for 4 hours. I just think, well, no, it's like if you went to visit a mate and just chatted about whatever. We were just chatting about all sorts of shit, mostly music stuff and computer stuff and science and biology, but it was cool because like he can communicate on my level with shit like that. And we know about different stuff that we can talk to each other about. It was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoy a good boffin conversation now and then. I don't do them all the time, but there's nothing like a good old bit of geekery. So I can feel I'm more sort of spontaneous tonight. definitely. See, the leg is still going, right? This is my bad leg. It's kicking underneath my right leg. It is very excited. My left leg is extremely excited. It's getting more excited the more I talk about it. It does that sometimes. I don't know why. But like I say, again, people say you're really nervous, you're on edge. I'm like playing with my beard and kicking my leg. But I'm really relaxed. I'm chilled. I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not nervous at all. But if I was outside and I was behaving like this, I'd be really fucking conscious of it. Well, sometimes I'm not. These days I just don't care. If I do my jiggles in a queue, if I need to stand and fucking jiggle, I fucking will. If I need to do my little skippity dances up to the fucking till, I will. Because they're just there to happen, and I can't let them not happen when they are supposed to be happening. So I think maybe when I'm noisy, it's when I've let a lot of happens not happen. So once all the happens have happened, I'm a happening guy. But yeah, prime live example of I can still be fucking jiggly, even when I'm happy, even when I'm chilled, even when I'm okay, not angry. And not that often, but people will be like, nah, you can tell, look, you're all on edge. It's not, doesn't mean I'm on edge. That's one interpretation of it. Like, there's one interpretation of virtually everything I say. There's always the interpretation of it. No. There's so much of that. There's so much. What is it? This thinkoid popped into my head earlier. I think I can remember it. Right. We're all different. Everyone says that. We're all different. We're all different. But no one lets you be. Let them be then. Let them be different. Let them be fucking different. Let them have a different experience of something. Let them say, no, that doesn't work. Let them say no. Because it's fucking impossible to be allowed to be different by people, because people don't want you to be, or whatever. I don't care why, actually. That's another point I've made a lot. Who cares why? They did what they did. I don't give a fuck why. That was a nice thing, actually, a really nice thing. I chatted to a girl I know on Facebook that I've known her years. I have met her out. I met her when I was out about. I'd happily sit and chat to her, but we've never really had like long, extended interaction, get to know you kind of chats. But she's been seeing my posts for you. We've sort of kept not regular contact, but it's she will regularly appear on my newsfeed, and I'll comment here and there, that kind of stuff. And there was something she just wrote about forgiveness, and I don't know the ins and outs of what she's been through, but there's always similarities. She was talking about forgiving herself and stuff, and I wrote back to her, and it was really nice, because I said a lot of the shit that I have been using to help myself, the stuff I was talking about. Once the bomb went off, as it were, and I had my big meltdown, there was that sudden realisation of, but mate, you never, ever, ever could help being anything but that. This is what it's always been, and this is why, and blah, 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 and everything made sense. And that bit of me, that self-destruct, that bit that I'd looked at in sort of rehab and for years with different counsellors, and there's always this, why is this the bit of you that is determined for you to fail and determined for you to be disgusting? That's how I always put it, it's disgusting, but it's like just not wanted. Not wanted. There's that underlying thread of get away from it, and that is revulsion. That is actually, they use that in hypnosis. Revulsion is one of the most archaic of human. It is an emotion. It's an emotion. For instance, you could be horny as fuck, but then you put your hand inside Sir or Madam's fucking undertrousers, and it stinks, and there's a little green pus in there. Or you could be absolutely starving, and it could be like, it's chicken pie, or it's or whatever your favourite fucking food is, and then you cut into it and it's full of bogies. Revulsion, it's a powerful one. It overrides a lot of other emotions, and that's why they use it in hypnotherapy. They use it as an anchor. They anchor a thought of revulsion to a particular action or behaviour or desire, and that's how the process is said to work, that the revulsion overrides even the basic desires of eating and lust. That's why I gave those two examples. They're also very archaic, very primeval. They're to do with survival and procreation, but fucking revulsion, fucking way more powerful. Sorry, mate. Revulsion is a very, very big controlling emotion. So when you get revulsion at you, there you go. You don't need to finish that sentence. You feel like a bogey in a pie. I've been the bogey in a lot of people's pies. The pus in their fanny. His little face. Fuck. Oh my god. Sorry. Sometimes I can't help but say it. I'm just going to leave that in. I don't care if people think I'm a dick, because I don't really care. I don't really care. I'm quite light tonight. I think I'm quite schizotypal. Possibly. It's like, is this my escapism? I don't know. Or is it just me? That's what I wrote about earlier. I took a photo. I did. I made a house out of my dinner. And garlic beds the roof, and broccoli windows and broccoli door, with green beans around it, and then green bean pathway and a gobble pea path. And I ate it in front of my divine feminine, and I just looked at all my beauty, and I was like, all of my things and all of my me, and it just felt beautiful. I sat on my magic stool that I made from the trees that I DJ'd under on New Year's Eve in a wooded magical glade. But that really happened, and that stool really is. And I sat on it. And I thought, this is silly. I'm sitting in front of a chest of drawers eating my dinner. I didn't care. It was more a little kind, loving, silly, imaginational act for me. And I felt in one way a little bit tragic, but then in other ways I thought, well, it's like, is this or what? Is this or what? My landlady's having a party outside with my partner. They've got a little summer housey thing. And they're having a few drinks and they've got music on. So we're having our own little club night. We're having a little rave night. It's like, yeah, cool. I said, just go for it. Loads of people are. I'm DJing next Saturday. That's another thing that's made me happy. Someone asked me to DJ and go live, and they're organising a little event. I hope people are dancing in their fucking kitchens and having a few drinks. I would love it if people sent me messages saying, mate, we've got you on our Bluetooth. I'd be like, yes, nice one. So they're having a rave. I had a little palatial dinner. Oh, look at this cat. He's proper, like, doing all that. Keeps rolling this way and that and looking at me with his little paws. His little pawsies. He's proper looking at me like, bless him. Little magical thing. You are just a magical thing. Right, it's come to the end of our time together tonight. I've really valued it, actually. I think we've covered a lot of ground, and there are a lot of things we can sort of take away and move on from this session, and we will reconvene back here when I can next be fucked to make a video. But thank you for watching.